Hello and welcome to this Prepare for IELTS Speaking Part 1 video. In this video we'll look at the Part 1 topic of sport. So these are the kinds of questions that they might ask you about sport. Let's take a look. I'm a huge sport lover. If you say I'm a huge something lover, it means you really love it. I'm a huge art lover. I'm a huge food lover. I'm a huge sport lover. Particularly, especially. So this one I'm going to talk about, particularly football. An armchair fan is someone who sits at home and watches football or watches sport rather than does it. An armchair fan. To take part in something, to do something. To give up, to stop. Do you like sport? Oh yeah, I'm a huge sport lover, particularly football. But I'm more of an armchair fan, rather than taking part in it myself. I used to play football when I was younger, but I've given up now. Definitely. Yes. It's good to have some idiomatic expressions to describe being very busy, because you can definitely use this in the IELTS speaking test. So you can say, I'm up to my ears in work, or I'm snowed under with work. Learn these and try to use them during the IELTS speaking test. Right now is just stressing at the moment, now. I try to catch the big games. I try to watch them. A major tournament, this is a big tournament, a big competition like the World Cup. If you are glued to something, you are unable to stop watching. Do you like watching sport programs on TV? Definitely. I'm up to my ears in work right now, but I try to catch the big games on TV. When there is a major tournament like the World Cup, I'm glued to the screen for the whole tournament. I usually, and we use this with the infinitive, I tend to watch. To be obsessed with something, to be always thinking about something. He's obsessed with Arsenal. I'm not into, I'm not interested in. I enjoy catching up with him, to find out what someone has been doing, to catch up with someone. The odd game means the occasional game. Who do you like to watch live sports games with? I tend to watch with my dad because he's obsessed with Arsenal and never misses a game. I'm not into them as much as him, but I enjoy catching up with him and watching the odd game with him when I can. Candidates often use I think. Try to use something different. I'm guessing. The atmosphere, the tone or mood of a place, what it feels like, the atmosphere. The pre-game build-up, what happens before the game. And the build-up is the period of excitement and preparation before an important event. The pre-game build-up. When players warm up, they prepare by exercising or practicing gently. A goosebumps moment is a really exciting moment, and often your skin goes like this. A goosebumps moment. What is the difference between watching sport events at home and in a stadium? I've never actually been to a stadium, but I'm guessing that the atmosphere is the major difference. In the stadium, the pre-game build-up must be exciting, and you get to see the players warm up on the pitch. And when a goal is scored, That must be a goosebumps moment. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. Five-a-side football is when 5 players play against another 5 players. Five-a-side football. Pretty popular, quite popular. In the main, mainly, mostly, on the whole. To work out, to do exercise in a gym. What sport do people in your country like to play? Oh, I'm not entirely sure. I guess five-a-side football is pretty popular. But I suppose that, in the main, most people tend to just go to the gym and work out rather than doing team sports. Cross-country is running across fields or in the countryside. I can't run to save my life. When we use to save my life after a negative statement, we emphasize our inability to do it. I can't run to save my life, so I can't run at all. Did you do sports when you were younger? Oh yeah, much more than I do now. I used to be in the school football team, and I was pretty good at cross-country. It's funny because I hate running now, and I can't run to save my life. I'm not keen on, I don't like. Mandatory means compulsory. You must do it. Humiliating means it's really embarrassing. Do you think students need more exercise? I'm not keen on the idea of mandatory sports in school. I get that it is essential for people to do sports, but if you're not good at sports, it can be humiliating. Okay, it's quiz time now. Which phrase means an exciting moment? A goosebumps moment. Which phrase means to find out what they've been doing? To catch up with. Which phrase means I'm very busy? I'm up to my ears in. We can also say, I'm up to my eyes in. How can we say I like this one more than the others? Particularly. How can we say to do something? To take part in. How can we say I can't stop watching it? I'm glued to the screen. How can we say to do exercise in a gym? To work out. How can we describe a game like this? Five-a-side. How can we say I like football? I'm into football. How can we say I don't play or do it, but I like watching it? I'm an armchair fan.